Hello everyone, this is the Valley Dude and today's a special day, so I busted out my antique 1915 Iver Johnson truss rod racer. Because today is CicLAvia on this beautiful Sunday, December 8th, right in the middle of the valley along Sherman Way, and it's going to be car free. I'm going to take advantage of this moment to not only enjoy a nice leisurely ride and check out some movie locations and anything else that might pique my interest. And I'm inviting you to join me. Let's roll. Well, right off the bat, we have here Miss Donuts. It was featured in a very bloody scene in Boogie Nights. Like I've mentioned before, the San Fernando Valley is basically Hollywood's backlot.
Yeah. The Jehovah's Witnesses are out. Hunting for souls.
If you're not familiar with CicLAvia, well, it got started back in 2010 in Bogota, Colombia, where streets were closed so people can bike, walk, and enjoy the city without cars. It was such a huge hit that LA eventually adopted it, I believe in 2010, turning about 8 miles of LA streets into a car-free playground. And eventually CicLAvia reached the San Fernando Valley in about March 2015, connecting North Hollywood, Valley Village, and Studio City. Yeah, I know I missed some very iconic movie locations, but I will cover that on my way back. Yeah, just hang out with me, and we'll have some fun. I love that pawn shop there on the right corner. It really has an old west vibe. Reminds me of Knott's Berry Farm. Love it. As you can hear, plenty of copyrighted Christmas music in the air. So, how many of you out there drive along Sherman Way on a daily basis? I do on occasion. And yeah, you definitely feel a different vibe when you're just riding along on a bike with no cars.
You want to stop for a Big Mac? Look, Dutch hounds. See them? AutoZone feels like with CicLAvia.
Reseda has a really sharp welcome marker to the neighborhood. It's new, but I like that it pays tribute to the past. For reference, I just passed Wilbur Avenue.
Where's Paul? What about the cyclone coasters? You think they'll come out here?
I don't like it when there's like so many tall people. It's like just space. Like you have space, right?
I know. Wherever you go, there's always a gang involved. Yesterday was a motorcycle gang. Today it's a biker gang.
Yeah, there's a lot of copyright music going on right now, so I'm gonna try and talk over it. Yeah, sounds nice though.
Pothole. Looks like they're cooking pad thai.
Dang, the Jehovah's Witness peeps are out today. Ready to convert cyclists into Christians? I'm not very familiar with the Jehovah's Witness. Besides having them occasionally knock on my door. Well, they haven't really knocked on my door for years. Do they still do that? Well, I do live in a gated area, so that's probably why they haven't knocked on my door. Thankfully. I just hate saying, well, I'm not interested. And they just give me this disappointed look like I'm just a hopeless sinner.
What? Uh-oh.
I remember once I was young, about 17, 16, and a couple of very attractive Jehovah's Witnesses knocked on my door. Yeah, really pretty girls. Of course, I was gonna listen to what they had to say, and they asked if they could come back the following morning. I said, sure. But of course, the following morning, 2 clean-cut guys showed up. When you're driving down Sherman Way past Corbin, I bet you noticed this beautiful Victorian-style building. It's called the Victorian, and it looks like it's straight out of the 1800s. Some facts about it. It was built in 1982 by Dennis Platt, and he used old Victorian buildings in LA like stained glass and doors and staircases from Bunker Hill. It's a unique piece of LA history right here in Winnetka. As you can see and smell, plenty of food trucks along CicLAvia. We gained a few calories. Now it's time to burn them. Sherman Way is usually a very busy and noisy street. I don't know how these homeowners can handle it. I used to live on the hillside above Ventura Boulevard. It was pretty hectic until about 10 p.m. Ah, e-bikes. My daily rider is a Peugeot mountain bike from the 80s. It's a yellow goldish hue, so if you happen to see me, say hi. I might even carry some stickers with me. Hand one out to you.
Look, we can get a piping hot caffeinated beverage.
Yes, some drivers really don't appreciate CicLAvia.
No, they're just honking away.
Well, I can't really blame them. If you don't know if this event's hit in your town, and they decide to block off a major street like Sherman Way, it can be a hassle. That's why the event's held on Sunday. But people do work on Sunday.
Yeah.
It's a nice day.
We gotta check out that Christmas display when we're on our way back.
Not only do we have official vendors and food trucks, we also have unofficial street vendors selling their goods and food and services. I think I saw a massage chair.
Uh-oh, it's...
Rubber has a very distinct smell.
Yeah, those young riders give off a Goonie vibe, don't they? Goonies never die. Hideous DMV building, along with some police protection, keeping this event safe. reached DeSoto.
Stop for some coffee somewhere. Festive looking bikes.
Could have decorated my bike.
You sure can. You still can. It's like 2 more weeks until the 25th, right? What is going on here? It feels a little longer than it did last time. Here, I want to take a picture of this liquor store. Slow down.
Yeah, some future content for my Instagram account.
The little girl's worried about the cars. The car, because she's riding in the middle of the street. Usually you tell children that they're not allowed to ride in the middle of the street. Except for today. Haven't seen my friends, the Cyclone Coasters. Where are they? On the other side of the strip. I guess we're allowed to roll.
If you're ever driving on Sherman Way past Canoga, it's west of Canoga, there's a nice array of storefronts out here. Offering all kinds of services, food, antique stores. I feel like a time traveler. Yeah, not much has been updated. I didn't grow up in this part of town, but I know a lot of you have, and you have a lot of memories attached along this stretch of Sherman Way. Yeah, it looks like it has not changed much since the 90s. Just for reference, I just passed Remit Avenue. Now I'm about to pass the Madrid Theater. But during the 70s and 80s, this used to be the Pussycat Theater that catered to people who wanted to watch adult films. Before that, it first opened in 1926 as a silent film venue. It's beyond recognition now because of the Northridge quake. Oh, Fonzie alert. Speaking of Madrid, I'm going to be taking a little trip to Madrid, Spain, early next year. Can't wait to check out some surrounding medieval villages, castles, some Game of Thrones sites. Yeah, as much as I love the valley, it's always nice to leave it every once in a while.
Remember Follow Your Heart? It's like a health food orientated restaurant. It's been around for ages.
Sad to see another Conroy flower shop closed. Slowly, the remnants of the 70s and 80s are disappearing. And all we have are memories, which I'm trying to document right here on this YouTube and on Instagram. So please like, follow, subscribe. It encourages me to continue this effort of covering the beautiful, historic, and fascinating San Fernando Valley.
Careful.
I'm about to pass Fairlawn Avenue. Well, folks, we reached the end of CicLAvia. The road ends here, but it's my halfway point because I am going to turn around and document the journey home, or at least to the car. Now we're heading east. Let's see what we missed.
I always wanted to go, but it was always on the other side.
Yeah. I smell something. Oh, Terry, I want to take a picture of this pub. Slow down.
I'm always looking for new content, and so I took a picture of what remains of the Cobalt Club, which was a sweet little music venue here in Canoga Park. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll get a now and then shot for comparison and a brief history. Now we've reached Topanga Canyon. Looks like
Shay has that Spartan thing on all the little obstacles. So I was like, like with the wall, they were struggling, right? And there I go, like trying to help it, and I'm like, you okay?
What part of the island? Oh, Canoga Park.
Yeah.
Fine. Belladonna.
Bella Vita.
Special event.
Bella Vita.
What's happening in the Madrid Theater today? It's all sectioned off as it goes. This really is a nice stretch of Sherman Way. A variety of eclectic businesses here. Not only antique stores, but there's thrift shops and a few places to drink some coffee. And there's a rock shop and a plant store, a cool pub, and an old-timey Italian deli. A few Mexican restaurants. You could also buy liquor here and get a tattoo. Make it a really memorable weekend here in good old Canoga Park.
Remember one time we saw snow on those mountains?
Oh yeah.
That was like
It was exceptionally cold winter.
that was pretty cool.
I had to stop and take a picture of that old car wash. It'll be possible content for my Instagram. Check out that Wiener Schnitzel. I personally don't like to eat fast food, but I do love the culture that surrounds it. I appreciate that Wiener Schnitzel still keeps that old school vibe. And we're about to hit DeSoto.
How do we go?
Yeah, just like give you one, or you could like buy a frame.
I have to check out this Christmas inflatable display. I had to cut the volume because of the copyright music. But check out the effort from this homeowner. Now this is what I call Christmas spirit. We've got Yoda, Winnie the Pooh, Eeyore, Mickey and Minnie Mouse. That's Donald Duck. Of course, Santa Claus and Frosty, Olaf, a minion. There's too much to identify. SpongeBob. The only non-inflatable is the homeowner. Good job. We just passed Mason. Do you ever wonder why this street is called Sherman Way? No, it's not named after the Union general during the Civil War. Well, it was named after Moses Hazeltine Sherman. He was a land developer in the 19th and early 20th century. And he played a critical role in shaping the valley's infrastructure. If you didn't know, well, now you do. Don't ever say you don't learn anything from the valley, dude. Ridden, never hidden. That's a little something that vintage bicycle riders like to say when they actually ride their bike and just don't have it on display or hidden in a garage.
I've seen people offer free water.
Old and rusty, but she's still trusty.
Muchas novias, hoy tengo una, mañana otra.
What do you feel like eating today?
What?
What do you feel like eating after
Like what?
CicLAvia? Watch out, pothole.
I've attended a few CicLAvia events, and in comparison to the ones in downtown LA, Culver City, Venice, Central LA, and even North Hollywood, this Valley Edition CicLAvia from Reseda to Canoga Park is really mellow.
Went out of business, but there's still some CicLAvias around.
I'm not sure why it's kind of dead out here. Maybe most of the CicLAvia fans don't want to make the trek all the way out to the west side of the valley. But heck, man, plenty of residents around here, and I know they have bikes. Well, this building looks interesting. I don't know anything about it, but I'm gonna take a picture and do a deep dive, and it may be some future content. I lived in the valley for most of my life, and I never stopped learning new things about the valley. And it's kind of crazy to see it change and evolve in front of my eyes. And finally we reached Reseda. Now we can't ignore the Reseda Theater, which opened in 1948. It used to show double features, and eventually it showed Spanish language films. Now it's nothing's going on with it. There's some conflicting plans about what to do with it, but the facade's still there, thankfully. Hopefully the decision makers will honor its historical relevance. Speaking of historical relevance, now we are facing what was once the Reseda Country Club, and another movie location for boogie nights. I was a little too young and way too nerdy to have seen any bands in the Reseda Country Club, but it's fun to know that this venue featured some iconic bands like Social Distortion, Circle Jerks, Iggy Pop, Nirvana, Metallica, the Ramones, Black Flag, and The Clash. Of course, everybody thinks it's all about the Sunset Strip when it comes to LA music, but there's a lot that went on here in the valley. Now the Reseda Country Club is a church. Nowadays, the Sunset Strip is a ghost town, and I have no idea what's going on in the valley when it comes to music today. And as far as I know, Canoga Park and Reseda are not in any music map today, unless I'm missing something. Maybe the kids have something going on that I'm not aware of because I'm a geezer. Anybody has any information, let me know. I'd like to actually cover that. Is there a secret underground scene that the younglings are attending and redefining music. Who knows? I sure don't. Now watch the Valley Dude turn into paparazzi when a big-time celebrity crosses my path. I'm gonna end things with a Grinch celebrity sighting. I had fun, I hope you did, during CicLAvia 2024, right in the center of the San Fernando Valley. Until next time, adios.